You see an empty Egeria document on the screen. It has two default dimensions, table A and table B. We will start by configuring the dimensions. Double-click on table A. We will rename it to D for days, and we will add 29 additional rows here. Now we have 31 rows for each day of a month. We will rename table B to P for position, and we will rename the items to items sold. So we will save the number of cups of lemonade sold here and revenue. Now we can start editing the numbers. So let's say we have sold 3 cups of lemonade on the first day, 5 cups on the second day, and 8 cups on the third day. Now let's compute the revenue. To do so, use the context menu to create a new formula. Revenue is a number of cups of lemonade sold multiplied by the price. So first of all, we will reference this cell here. You see the cell reference has been added. This P1 references this item sold column, and we will multiply it by 0.99. You see the first cell has been computed. Now we need to extend this formula to work on the whole column. In Egeria we cannot copy formulas, but instead we define this area of effect. Click on the area of effect button. We can select an area of effect visually using this targeting button here. Or we can define the conditions for the area of effect here. So we will choose all items for the days dimension, and you see the area of effect is extended to the whole column. Now we can save the formula, and as you see the column is gray now, which means it is computed. The numbers cannot be changed directly, but if we change the numbers here in the items sold column, the revenue is computed automatically. Now let's add another dimension. Let's say we want to keep track of sales for 2 products, for lemonade and for bubblegum. So our lemonade stand will have 2 products. To represent this, we click Hypersheet and click Add Dimension and choose to create a new table here. As you see, this new dimension has been created. Double click on it to configure it and rename it to PR for products. We will call the first item lemonade and the second item bubblegum. So as you see, we have a filter here now with 2 items, lemonade and bubblegum. Bubblegum sales are empty, and lemonade contains our sales we have just entered. So let's put some numbers here. We can also show all the numbers at once by dragging this product dimension to columns. So you see now we have 2 columns for lemonade and 2 columns for bubblegum. As you see, right now we have the same price for lemonade and for bubblegum. We would actually like to track the prices per product. To do so, we will add a hypersheet. Click Hypersheet, New Hypersheet, and select the product as the only dimension for the new hypersheet. As you see, a hypersheet with only 1 dimension has been added. We can first of all rename it to something like prices and type our prices here. So 0.99 for lemonade and let's say 0.49 for bubblegum. Now let's rename this first hypersheet to sales. And now we need to update our formula. So right click here, click edit formula, and we will delete this 0.99 and instead reference this cell here. So we are editing bubblegum formula now. So we will click on the price for bubblegum. And as you see, the reference has been added. This H02 is the code of the second hypersheet, and empty square brackets means we are taking the same cell from this prices hypersheet. So the only common dimension between these 2 hypersheets is a product, and we do not change the product when we are getting the numbers from the second hypersheet. So we go from bubblegum in this hypersheet to bubblegum in this hypersheet. That's why the brackets are empty. Now we can click save, and as you see, the prices have been updated. So right now you have 49 cents for bubblegum and 99 cents for lemonade.